Hello there, paper crafters. Kelly Baxter-Fitzgerald here with Snips by Kelly, and it is May tomorrow. I cannot believe, I do not know where April has gone, but May is a pretty special month for paper crafters everywhere because it's National Scrapbooking Month. So Close to My Heart has this gorgeous National Scrapbooking Month special, and it is called Change of Scenery, and it's a dream come true because sometimes when we get outdoor lines, it's all very specific, like it's just mountains or it's lumberjacks or it is very specific to certain types of outdoor activities. And so Change of Scenery is such a wonderful collection because it's anything outdoors. It can just be for people like me who just like to take nature walks. I'm not super athletic, and so I'm not a big mountain climber, or I don't do a lot of camping anymore, although we did a lot of camping and fishing when we were younger. But it's just this amazing set with this gorgeous paper that can be for all kinds of outdoors, and I've been dreaming of a collection like this. So it is part of our National Scrapbooking Month special celebration, and there's a workshop kit that comes with it that's already completed that has instructions that are downloadable, and you can get that right off of the shop site. It's underneath the purchase button, and you can download those instructions for free. And on May 6th and 7th, the amazing ladies from the Close to My Heart office will be putting that together. But of course, my Snips by Kelly paper crafters wanted to see my versions and wanted me to do a few little additions and change-ups to it. So here is what I did, and I will post a link in the comments if you want to learn all about how to get my version and this workshop kit on the blog at www.snipsbykelly.blogspot.com. So of course, everyone has been so in love with this background paper that is this gorgeous scenery that makes you feel like you are just walking in a luscious field. The trick is, how do you use this scenery pattern paper without covering up the gorgeousness of it, right? I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm going to make it a word. So I added this ring circle from the Cricut just to sort of create a focal point up here without messing with the gorgeous scenery in the background. I added the little bridge to sort of tie it all together and make that photo the focal point. Added all the little bits that come right in the kit, little leaves. There is a long flourish that comes in the die cuts in the kit, which I totally loved. But I needed a little more bits. I'm always looking for bits. I don't know about you. And so there is kind of a natural weld here in these bits where you can see where it seems like it was leaf flourishes that were welded together. So I simply snipped those apart so that you can see bits of that all throughout the workshop, but it stretched the pack for me to be able to use lots of little extras. I have a little 1-inch burlap circle punch here that I used, and then I just clustered all of those bits in different places. And some of the bits I love to cut apart so that I can use more bits and that I can use them in different places. But I absolutely thought that this page turned out so simple and so gorgeous, so easy to put together, and so gorgeous without messing with that original pattern. So that is layout 1. And then I moved through, bumping things here, moved through the workshop and just used pieces of the stamp set in different pieces. So I did some of the heavy lifting in terms of giving you Cricut cuts, and I also did some other heavy lifting by adding some Cricut tags. Tags are just universal. They go, you can use them as journal spots, you can use them as decoration, you can use them for so many things on pages. So I created all of these different tags on the Cricut, but used the gorgeous stamp set from the Change of Scenery set to be able to stamp on those. And I love, love, love these trees. I used them in many different spots throughout the workshop, but you can see where I stamped on this tag here, stamped the mountains on this tag here, a little stamping here. Some views are worth every step. Added the die cuts that come right in the kit and the sticker trees, as well as the sticker title. And then there's lots of little chipboard pieces that you can add in different spots. Did a little fun play with the stamp here. And then again on page 2, stamping on the additional Cricut tag, stamping on the bottom of a Cricut tag. So one of the things that I love to do is I love to create Cricut writing on the pieces right in the Cricut. So these lines I created on the tags right in the Cricut, so you don't have to do that journaling yourself. But another trick that I like to do is I like to cut things in half or in parts. So here is the top of this tag and here is the bottom of this tag, and it really made for stretching bits and making it look like more of a full workshop. I used the bottom of this tag in another spot on the workshop. This is a little Cricut circle that I made on the Cricut with Cricut writing right embedded in it, and this is part of that as well. And this is another little piece that I made on the Cricut with Cricut writing, but I also used the stamp to stamp some pieces in there. So sometimes when you look at a page or a layout, you know that it's full and it has so much to look at, and it's arranged in a way that's really pleasing to the eye, but you don't even really fully realize all the bits. So there's lots of little added bits in here that just make it seem like a much more rich workshop. So then layout 3, a lot of times with nature lovers, I always hear that they want more larger photo opportunities, which can be tricky with the decorative scrapbooker like me, right? I like that decorative element, but it is a little more tricky when you have that decorative element to get those larger photo opportunities. So I envisioned here a nature scene, like a beautiful photo of a nature scene, and then your humans in nature. So I thought a big overall photo of your view, whatever your view is. And then I added all these little Cricut pieces plus some twine from my stash. There's another one of those tags that I created on the Cricut with the Cricut writing. There's that other half of that glacier tag to add just some extra elements to tuck. I love to tuck elements. This cute postage stamp pattern paper on here. And then I loved creating this larger tag from the Cricut and adding first and second generation stamping from the trees in that stamp set. It made it so fun. Here's another back bottom of one of those Cricut writing tags that I created on the Cricut. So I just used them all throughout this workshop, the bottoms and the tops. Here's another one of those Cricut writing pieces and a cluster from the Cricut embedded with some stickers that come right in the kit as well. So I love that it had larger opportunities, an opportunity for some scenery, and then some human opportunities of humans in nature as well. Then my last layout for this series, of course, because there are only 6 pattern paper pieces in the workshop kit, and I did not want to mess with this gorgeous background paper, so that using this as background paper took away 2 full patterns. So the back pattern, which was clouds, which was pretty as well, was sacrificed so that I could use this gorgeous pattern on the front. So that means there were only 4 papers left in the entire kit. So when I got to the last layout, it was a little tricky because all there was left was small amounts of certain patterns that may normally would not have gone together. But by cutting them into 1/2-inch strips, it created for all of those different patterns together with those colors together that are so pleasing to the eye. So essentially what I did is I mounted 1/2 by 6-inch strips onto a 6 by 12 piece of white daisy cardstock, cut them on a diagonal so that I could use both pieces to create that upper level. And I like how it sort of created a valley of trees. So this is an adorable, very cool piece that comes right in the kit that is a little bit like your chipboard or your craft. And I wanted to use that down here at the bottom, but make some different dimensions with the stamped first, second, and third generation trees in the back with the valley in the front that's tied together with that title. I love how that comes together and it just feels like you're in a forest. And then this is the companion page to that one, again making that valley, but this time making the first, second, and third generation trees come up out of that valley and topping it off with this really ingenious border here. And then lots of clusters of photo opportunities on the top. Again, some of those pieces that I cut out of the long die cuts here, made for giving me so much added element. So by cutting this apart and it gave me so many more little bits to work with. It would be really, really cute as a border as well. But I just happened to use all the little bits here and do some popping up. And there's one of those Cricut circles as well. So that is my change of scenery scrapbooking workshop, and you can either do the corporate version or you can take a peek at my version on the blog, which will be posted in the comments. I hope you love it, and I hope that you'll tune in. Whether you're doing any of the workshops or not, tune in on May 6th and 7th to the Close to My Heart official Facebook page and tune in to all the festivities. It's free to tune in, and there's so much teaching and creativity. You'll just feel it in the air. Have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye.